You all good, you know what I mean?
All right.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Hello,
Yes,
everyone.
sir.
Welcome back to Escape from San Francisco podcast. I have a great one today. First time in a while. It feels great to be out here doing it again. I have the founder of Puddles Club.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
My name's Jono. I'm the founder of the Puddles Club. This here is Dose of Films.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. Shout out to Aaron for showing love and being out here today.
Thank you guys for inviting me and allowing me to come over here and just chop it up and have a good time. How did Puddle Club start?
The Puddles Club, it originally started from an idea of me and a few friends. We were like getting really turned up in an RV. Called those the RV days. And we came up with another term for drip. I say the year was like 2016, 2017. And it ended up being the Puddles Club. And then I kind of used that inspiration to do what I'm doing today.
The Puddles Club that you have going on, you put a lot of like work and your heart and soul into it. What do you emphasize that you want your brand to be?
I would say our main thing is quality, comfort, and sauce. So that meaning we give you a quality product. You're usually going to be comfortable in it, depending on the size. And we hope that you'll feel saucy wearing the product. So quality, comfort, and sauce.
Quality, comfort, and sauce.
Yeah.
When you came up with the designs and like the logos and everything for it, what were some of the concepts that you had before sticking on the one that you have now?
So at the beginning, it was mostly like quotes. It's mostly like say inspirational quotes. Like "Stop Doing Nothing" was the main one we had, and that was an ode to me getting sober for a year, and kind of stopping, essentially doing nothing, to doing something, and that's kind of inspired from my mom. Something she used to say to me a lot when I was slipping.
What's the quote again?
Stop doing nothing.
Stop doing nothing.
Yeah.
You come from a Latino household.
Yeah.
When you hear something like that,
yeah, for sure.
That shit pierces in 1,000 ways.
Oh, definitely, man. That's kind of how the brand started. I was using my mishaps and turning them into like art, turning them into a T-shirt, turning them into like a song. Different types of outlets.
Have you been doing art for a long time?
Not really. I mean, I think I went through like a phase of like trying to find myself. So I was getting messed up a lot. And I think a lot of my creative energy was going into like getting messed up all the time. But now, I kind of have more of a clear head. I've been putting more of I've been embracing kind of like my problems and turning them into like products that I could sell, like T-shirts, hats, instead of using my energy to just get messed up all the time.
For you, who's the type of individual that you want, to wear your product, to buy your product?
I would say anybody that has a type of like creative side to them. I just want all the creatives that are, doing something creative to buy a product that another creative is kind of working on, I guess.
And for you, being in the community, the creative space out here in San Francisco, who are some of your favorite creatives out here?
I would have to start with Dom G. He is an artist at a TGE. Shout out TGE. Shout out the whole camp, man. They're doing a lot of cool stuff. Shout out J Stay True, Taheen. And Dom G is actually my little brother. So we grew up same household. We grew up same values. And I would say look out for Dom G. He's got a single out right now called PPP.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to.
Video on the way.
Yeah. If anybody wants to look that up, it's called PPP by Dom G. And then another artist I would say is Dose of Films, man. Shout out Dose of Films. He's doing a lot of good work for the community in San Francisco specifically. So I would just say look out for anything he's got going, for sure.
So for Dosa, you're someone that's in the space as well, and getting to know you, getting to see the type of art and creativity that you have. Not only do you record, or you film it, you edit it,
Yeah.
you put it all together, and
Yep.
your turnaround time is one of the quickest. What do they call
Some
you?
of the quickest. They call me the dosing machine.
The dosing machine.
The dosing
Reporting
machine.
Reporting live.
They call me that sometimes.
So what are some? Who are some of the artists that you have worked with, and what is some of the work that you have done?
Most memorable from the city is J Stay True, Grando, of course Dom G.
Shout out Grando, by the way.
I done a lot of stuff for the Puddles Club, and all around the Bay. Really, I work with a lot of people out of Oakland, San Jose, San Mateo County. I do a lot of videos for 510 Lay and all her friends out of Oakland. Shout out to them. So those are some of the people I've worked with.
How did you get into making music videos and just being like a producer, editor, and all that?
Well, I guess it all kind of started when I was, ever since really, I've always wanted to make movies as a kid because I feel like film and movies was always been like an outlet, kind of an escape, you know what I mean? From like just the, real life and stuff. I always wanted to get into film. I picked up a camera one day at a pawn shop with my boy, super random. Then I hit up some other friends who I know who does like rap music, And so I asked him, he wants to do like a music video. Made one for him. Made one for Dom, also a really good friend of mine. And I just started monetizing it, and it's just been up ever since. I've been doing it for like a year and like 3 months now. So, yeah.
Came a long way in a year, man. A lot of work has been put in by this guy, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is a question for both of you. How do you feel about the creative space here in San Francisco? For me, I feel like it's really hard to break in as a creative because it's so damn expensive to even have a spot or a place, right? There's not a lot, and it's a relatively small area, so there's a lot of competition for space out here, and there's not a lot of places you could go where creatives could come together and put their art, whether it be their clothing brand, whether it be paintings or their photography or their video skills, like all in one place where they could come together and show it for the rest of the community. There are some places here, but there's not enough. I feel like it's really hard to be a creative out here when the city doesn't really embrace it as much. It's like what people would think. That's just in my opinion.
Well, honestly, I've been seeing a lot of amazing artists starting to really show what they got going on. And I kind of stumbled into the whole scene on accident. Obviously, I'm trying to make some money off what I do, because without that, how are we going to get our spot or whatever, But one day I went to a J Stay True concert to kind of just feel it out, just hang out, have a good time. I said, wow, there's really like a bubbling underground San Francisco scene going on. And I clicked up with the TGE guys, and I started meeting some people like DK and sorry, I'm blanking out, but shit. I don't know. There's a lot going on. Or a Family Not a what are they called?
Family Not a Group.
Yeah.
Shout out Family Not a Group.
Family Not a
too.
Group. Sorry, I'm bad with names. But Family Not a Group, and Grando. Shout out to Grando. And just seeing like there's a really like bubbling energy going on. I had no clue of until I met Jay and everybody. And so we're just waiting for the volcano to just go out there.
Yeah, straight up. I agree with him. I think it's like flourishing. And for me, it's going to be difficult. There's going to be, problems you're going to run into. But to me, the consistency and the artists that you see now that are kind of bubbling and doing their thing are people you're going to see in the future that are going to grow into something, something dope, something beautiful. So I'll just say, we keep applying pressure. We use each other as kind of like to piggyback on each other, help each other out. I'd say the San Francisco community could really blow up and kind of be something huge.
And it's definitely in the air, man. Like, I really feel it. Shout out to G Nasty and Kid Reek.
Yeah, yeah,
That's another duo that is really going crazy right now.
for sure.
Shout out to Taheen and OK Cam from Too Easy. They're going fucking crazy. And
Yes, sir.
yeah, it's really like a melting pot right now. Bubbling up, just ready to explode, ready to show the whole world what
For sure, for
you
sure.
know what we got going on over here. So
And that's one thing I'm starting to learn is like there is a lot of that community there. It might not be, uh, you know, dominating everything because this space is like really much taken up by a certain rich population, but that underground space, especially made up a lot of locals. You know, there's a lot of locals out here that are doing really great things that
Facts,
are like
big facts.
that are from here, from the Bay Area, from the city, that have
Sure.
a lot of good, you know, things going for them. You know, like De La City, you got, you know,
Shout out De La City too, by the
Yeah.
way. Shout out De La City,
You
San
got
Fam, all
San
that.
Fam, all of the guys made the mission. You know, they're doing their thing.
yeah.
Immaculate Living. You know, like just a lot of those people that have been putting in work for a long time. That you start to see that, you know, they have the main mission has like a storefront. You know,
That's
they
right.
have a space.
Yeah, made in
Yeah.
the city. Yeah,
Or sorry, made in the city.
Yeah.
They have their storefront. They have a, you know, really good spot. There is, you know, there is those individuals that have something and they're going out there and they're making it happen. And it's I like to see that stuff. You know, I'm not a local myself. I'm from Fresno, but coming out here, you know, just seeing the community.
Shout out Fresno.
Shout out
yeah,
Fresno.
straight up. Shout out the Bulldogs, Fresno Bulldogs.
You know, NorCal. You know, NorCal. We all
Yes,
tied
sir.
up together. You know.
Straight up, man.
The cool thing out here though is just to see the community, how everyone is just so like great to each other. You know, I really never see anyone talk down on each other or like
Yeah, never.
or,
man.
or infighting or stuff like that. I always see everyone always trying to uplift, always like friendly, always
Sure.
trying to give help when needed, always trying to support each other in one way. Like when there's an event going on, what is it called, Frisco Summers?
Oh shit!
The
It's the
Frisco-
Sauce Fam. Damn.
Sauce Fan Collective. You know, they're
Yeah,
the-
Sauce Fam Collective is throwing an event. I believe it is
25th.
September 25th.
Yeah.
yeah, that's Sunday, and it's gonna be on 18th of Valencia, right?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
on
that's
18th
what I heard.
Valencia, and I went to the one last year they had at Speakeasy, and just seeing that event, how many people, how many local vendors and local like just community members come together, and that was great. I fucking love that so much, and I'm
Hell
sad I'm gonna miss this one. I'm gonna be in Mexico. Not
Yeah.
too sad to be in Mexico, but I'm sad I'll miss this one because I just like to see the community and interacting with each other and you know, just buying stuff from everyone and good, always good food.
Straight up. I think that's the best way to build, man. Is to use everybody's, highlights, what everybody's good at, and just come together and use it together and make it grow within our own capacity, San Francisco's not a big place, but if we all come together and use, our own art as like art of the city, it should grow into more of like a beautiful thing,
What is something that you both want to see from the creative space here in San Francisco?
Oh, that's a good question. Man, I would say more collaboration, maybe.
Yeah, definitely more collaboration would be cool.
A collaboration from who? From individuals that are already like up there? Or are you looking for more collaboration from individuals that are?
Yeah, I don't know if I said that right. Maybe what I'm looking for would be like more collaborations with artists. Like say I got a clothing brand, we could do like a T-shirt for you. We'll take care of the cost, just kind of to promote your music. Like say, my brother Dom G, if he ever wants to like come together and put a T-shirt together and promote that, I'd say if we help each other out with both of our fan bases, like whether it be, Dulce Films and me doing something together, or like Dulce Films and like TGE doing something together, just kind of be cool to see the community come together and just help each other out, I guess.
No, that
And you know what's great is that the community is pretty solid,
Yeah.
and we all know each other. We're all working together, but it could use some more. But it is a lot better than a lot of other areas that don't even work together. I feel like we got some cool going on.
I feel
You
like
know?
I don't really know too much about LA, so I don't want to seem like I'm speaking outside of my neck. But I feel like over there it would be a lot of competition,
For sure.
and it wouldn't feel like it would be that tight knit because it's so big and there's a lot of areas and there's a lot of high demand and competition because you're not
Yeah.
only dealing with the local scene, you're also dealing with people that are moving there specifically for that reason, to build their brand, to build their image, because everyone over there like seems like they're just trying to be famous
Right.
or just build a big brand. Out
Yeah.
here, I feel like I don't get that at all. I don't
Well, that's
ever
not what San Francisco's about. We're about
Yeah.
keeping it real,
Straight up, the city's real selfless,
You know?
man. Yeah, it's
just
I don't
making
know.
some cool shit.
something in the water out here.
Like
that just,
like making a bunch of money will be cool too. But I think we're all
Let's
about
go.
just making cool shit.
That's right. That's right.
Spreading love.
I'm grateful to be doing the clothing brand out of the city that kind of has room to grow. Like say for example, if I was in LA, you might get some animosity or something. I don't know, but in the city, I don't really feel that.
Yeah, I don't feel that at all either. I'm not as well connected or in it as I would say, but from the little that have been around, I have not got that at all. I see so many different artists supporting each other all the time, promoting each other's brand,
For sure.
promoting each other in ways where, like I said, if they have events, bringing them on,
Yeah.
or just like little things like that. It just goes a long way to show that people are here for each other. It's just about getting your opportunity and making the most of it, and marketing yourself in a way
Yeah,
where
because
other
that's what
people
we're
can see
about.
it.
What we started
Exactly,
off was
you're
selling out
right.
the trunk. Like E40, Too Short, selling out the trunk. We're not Hollywood out here. You know what I mean?
Nah.
We don't try to compete with each other. We try to work with each other, try to get some real money independently.
Straight up, and that's the way to get it done.
Yeah.
We all gotta kind of help each other out.
The city of
So-
hustlers, man.
Yes,
I've
sir.
known so many people here that are working 2-3 jobs, hustling, having their brand on the side, like,
Yeah.
or even just doing their brand full time and then doing whatever they can,
Right.
to make it. Because it's not a easy, cheap place to be. It's something that if
sure.
you're out here, you got to hustle, and that's one thing about the mentality, that hustling mentality. It goes a long way as far as when people do have their brands and the way they market it out here and the way they're constantly pushing. Even if you're not getting a lot of like, let's say like attention or anything like that for your particular brand that you have, I do see that people are still working hard and day in, day out. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I could ever do that, like working as hard as like some of the individuals that I see out there doing it, because I feel like it's a grind. Like, how is it having Puddles Club? Like, what are the highs and lows that you go through?
Well, shit, it's for sure a grind. Like, I would say, the assistance of like other people posting your stuff, other people reposting your stuff. I would say that helps a lot in like the growth of the brand. So the community is kind of like a big part of our marketing. Shout out Rebel Status. Shout out the Jarvis Co. Those are a couple other brands out of the city that are doing their thing. Shout out Adam. Shout out Jarvis.
Can't believe I forgot about Adam.
Yeah, shout out those
Adam,
guys. though.
Adam works
Yeah.
hard. He works
for
his ass
sure,
off.
bro, for sure. Yeah, he's got like a photography thing, this other thing. He's got a lot,
Making
man.
a bunch of TikToks and reels.
Yeah.
I always tell all my clients, like, yes, hire me, to get some cool videos, but you can do it yourself too. You got an iPhone, you got whatever you got.
You
can
can put
make
a little reel
TikToks,
together
reels,
or something. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Keep it in their people's faces.
One underrated aspect about him is he's a brilliant marketer.
Oh,
Like,
for
he
sure.
can market the shit out of
For sure.
anything.
The interviews with the artists and all that's genius.
Yeah,
Super.
his Rebel School, like
Yeah.
Genius, man. Super.
that takes someone like. There's people that go to school for that shit and they don't even have that same, like,
School's
ability.
overrated.
Ability.
You gotta have a hustle too. You gotta have
Yeah.
like heart. You gotta be able to like, hey, I'm here. But to answer your question, I would say, yeah, the community helps us out a lot with the grind, and to be honest, I might be posting a lot for the time being. I might be posting a lot of ads, but I'm just trying to grow my brand and I'm trying to expand what I got going. So hopefully, people will like it, and hopefully, me trying to put those ads together or paying for whatever I gotta pay for, eventually that'll pay off. But for now, I just gotta just grind it out.
What do you foresee your brand becoming?
To me, I could think of like from where I was at to where I'm at now to where I want to get to. Um, I was a small brand that's growing, so right now I'm in the growing stage. Eventually, I want to be a brand. I would say like I don't know, bro, like Stussy, like a name brand. I would say Supreme. I'm trying to reach like the highest level of branding, like to where I could just throw my logo on something and have different fabrics put together where the piece could come out and it'll be kind of dope. I don't know. I gained a lot of inspiration from like Mark Gonzalez. I'm not sure if you know who that is.
No, I'm not familiar.
Yeah, he's like the skateboarder, he's a legendary skateboarder. It's kind of where I get a lot of inspiration from what I'm doing right now.
How did he influence you?
I would say being unique in what you do. He usually like rides a skateboard on like his knees and he'll push himself with like his hands and stuff. If you look him up, like Mark Gonzalez, he has like a really unique way of skateboarding. He'll like skateboard on his butt. He'll just put his butt on the skateboard and just like ride out. It's trippy, but I think having like a unique niche or like a unique thing that you're doing, having individuality, and you're progressing towards being like an individual, I think it helps out a lot with like something you're trying to push. Like people can see certain things like that. So I would say the uniqueness out of him kind of transfer to me, trying to be unique in my brand.
And that's one thing is like, how are you going to be different from, say, the next one, like the next brand, especially something that's closely related to what you're doing, but in a way where it doesn't come off as, corny, or it doesn't come off as like not real, like something that comes off where it's like superficial to the point where it's not who you are, as
Right.
You identify with your brand.
I see.
As most people do, you identify, you put your work into it, but at the same time being unique in the way where you could stand on that, right?
Yeah,
Stand on
yeah.
being unique in a way where you're being your authentic self.
For sure.
And that sounds like really, to me, it sounds really complicated, because someone that doesn't have like clothing or anything, I would try to go for something where everyone would want to, everyone's buying right now, going with the trends.
Right.
But the thing about trends is that they change all the time.
Exactly.
So how do you stay unique and current?
Oh, man. I would say the way I stay unique is being myself, and putting myself into the brand. And the way I stay current would be trying to sell products that people will buy. Because in the past, I've tried to sell products that are never kind of different, it didn't really work. But now I would say selling products that are true to me and that I think people would buy is a good way to stay current. But I don't know, man. That's a difficult question because I don't ever want to come off as being corny or come off as being like I'm doing too much. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of just trying to like do me and try to push myself to the next level to see if me will work to the masses.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like the best thing you can do. What I also like to ask is like, how do you deal with failure?
Ooh, man. For me, I have to take it as like a lesson, because our first drop, it was cool. We did okay, but we didn't do as good as this drop. So for me, I look at failures like, say, if this drop had failed, I'll try to be better the next drop. So every drop, I try to get better. But dealing with failure, I would say I take it as motivation and maybe a lesson learned instead of like having it be a failure. Just rather be like, oh, I learned that lesson. I did this wrong. I did that wrong. How can I improve myself?
The perception of failure is another one as well. It's like it's like perceiving
true.
Like you might think you failed at something, but in reality, it's like no, you're just learning. How to navigate whatever the situation is.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether you're trying to sell, whether you have a number that of a goal that you wanted to reach and you didn't reach that goal, is that a failure even though you did really good, close to it? Whereas what if you didn't put that goal but you didn't do as well as you would have if you did have a goal. The perception of failure
Right.
can really fuck with you and make you feel like
For
you're
sure.
not doing
Yeah.
what you want to
Definitely.
do.
No, I totally understand. I mean, the perception of, say I look at another brand on Instagram and they're doing like way better than me, and I'm over here like excited about making 10 sales in a day. Like there's that level of like I should be doing that good,
Mm-hmm.
But for me personally, eventually I'll get there. Like I believe in myself enough and I believe in him enough. Shout out Dose of Films. He does most of our videos for the brand. To take it to that level and to eventually unlock that level. But right now, we're still growing. Shit. Yeah. Damn, bro, I don't know. I kind of lost track of your question there.
It's all good.
My bad, bro.
Nah, I feel it. Nah, I was just trying to get at the perception value because I understand what you're saying as far as like when you're looking on social media and you see what others are doing,
Right, that's what you're
and
talking about.
and you kind of judge yourself, on that basis,
Right.
and it's really fucked up because for me at least is like I really want to start making more videos outside of podcasting to do like more vlog or whatever, just to make videos for like YouTube.
Yeah.
And I start watching all this stuff and I'm like, I could do that, or I could do that, I could do that. But I get overwhelmed and burnt out because I'm seeing like what other people doing, and I get to that point of like that you're a fraud, right? Like
Yeah.
you can't do that. That imposter syndrome where you feel like you're not
Like,
gonna be able to.
can I do that?
Yeah,
Like,
can you realistically
yeah.
do that? Like, I feel like I get to that pessimistic point of view where I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't do that. So then I don't end up doing like things. Like I end up filming, doing all this, but then I won't put because I don't want that. I don't want that feeling of like
Right.
failure.
Yeah.
Or it stunts your creativity.
Yeah, for sure. I totally understand. I completely get where you're coming from. That I've ran into that, because there's other brands that move a lot more units than we do. So it's like I get self-conscious about like why isn't my stuff moving that much. But to be honest, I think the best thing is to just keep going and just put it out. Like if you have, certain things you feel proud of personally yourself. I mean, for me, I put out things I'm proud of. So if I believe in like the things I'm proud of, I believe in my taste, I believe in the content I'm putting out, I believe in the product, then I'm gonna push it as much as I can. But I mean, I don't know. It's different for everybody. I guess it's about self motivation and trying to, be a creative in the city. It's not easy, but eventually, if it works, it works.
Do you remember the first time you sold something?
Shit. Yeah, no, I didn't sell it. I gave it away. I made these shirts that said "Too weird to live" and "Too rare to die." It was like embroidered on like a tee, and I gave it to a couple friends of mine. It was Malik, Papa, and they really liked them. And at that point, I was like, "Oh shit! Like I can make clothing, and people will receive it in a good way." So that kind of hit the switch to like, hey, maybe I can sell this stuff.
What made you do that in the first place? What made you just like, you're just going through it, just trying different routes and avenues, and you just.
Yeah, I think I was always kind of creative, like growing up and stuff. Like I came from like a skateboarding background to like going out and playing baseball. Like I always had to be doing something. But creatively, I think what made me start the clothing was probably from skateboarding too. Like being inspired of like skateboarders that go pro and then they retire and they have like a skateboarding brand. That's kind of what we can't get our grinder open, so we're not smoking weed today, man. Sober boys.
If you ever needed to, if you're grinding with your hands, my favorite way to
Get some moisture
in the hair. You know what I'm
from
saying?
back
Get
of
the
ears.
stickiness out the hair. Yeah. It's okay. It's a good
That'll
smell.
work. That'll work.
You smell it on the podcast. All right, for the fourth time now. I think we're good now.
Nah, it's all up, man. Oh shit, my bad.
No worries, no worries. How you guys both doing?
We are chilling.
Chilling, man.
Grateful to be here with you, man. To be completely honest.
A lot of Casadores, a lot of White Claws.
A lot of crystal guys for me.
That's
Yeah.
right. A lot of water. More water. Shout out. More water.
We got
Exactly.
Core.
When did you make this tee?
So, this More Water long sleeve, the one I am wearing. It's a screen print of More Water on the front. Old English 5, lowercase. And the back is a tag that I threw on a homie's bag when I shipped one of the first Puddles Club orders ever out. I wrote Puddles on it and some certain, I had a crink marker and I just wrote it on the bag.
It's on the hat right now.
And I tagged it. It's also on the hat, yeah.
Here.
And we sent it out. And then I took a picture of it at the time and I was like, damn, this is a cool tag. Might be able to use it. So for the newest collection, we used it through California under it. Shout out to Bay Area. I mean, we fuck with SoCal too, but we're mostly just Bay Area.
Where do you do a lot of your screen printing?
T-shirt Source. Shout out T-shirt Source in Daly City.
Westlake.
Yeah, Westlake. Shout out Westlake too.
Are they there in that plaza?
Yeah. T-shirt Source. If you guys are ever around Daly City, check out T-shirt Source. If you need any, quality work done, they do embroidery. They do screen printing. They do like massive like orders too. Like if you need like a large order of screen printing.
Do they do small orders as well? Because that's one of the hardest things for me was to find someone that would do like a small order.
Yeah.
To do, because I only wanted to make like a shirt or sweater or something like something
Right.
small, and there a lot of places are like, now we have like a minimum. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
want to make it. I just want to do it for myself.
100%, dude. I didn't go there for a minute because they would do only a minimum of 24. And I was like, I wasn't even at that level yet. So I went there when I was ready to do 24. And they told me, bro, you could do as little as one. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, you could do as little as one shirt. We'll have it ready for you.
Did you know? Did someone tell you that they had a minimum?
No, dude. I called. Like, I called before I went. And I was like, yo, I'm trying to get these shirts printed for the first drop of Puddles Club. But they said the minimum is 24. And then I went back when we were doing our second drop, and they were like, bro, you can do whatever you want.
Nice.
And I was like, yo.
You go to Joanne's,
shout
get
out
your
T-shirt.
fabric, get your stuff.
Exactly. It's all right there, bro. T-shirt Source is across the street kind of from Joanne Fabrics.
Nice. And then go to Trader Joe's, get you some food, and go home.
Yeah, shout out Samir. Shout out Amr. Shout out all the guys there, man. They do a great job.
Are they the ones that run the place? Or?
Yeah, they're the ones that run the place. They opened up a business there. They do all the screen printing. They do all the embroidery. They have all the machines. They got they bought this new screen printing machine that has like you can screen print 5 shirts at a time type of shit.
Oh, nice.
So they're doing good. Yeah. And I'm grateful for them, bro, because all the stuff we have now, the screen printing that on top of a T-shirt just makes a big difference than like just being vinyl.
Yeah.
Or just having just like something that looks like a hot sticker on a shirt.
Well, that's the biggest thing is like getting something that has quality to it, so when someone has it, it doesn't fall apart.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But also keeping it local too. I thought you did it or shipped it, or like someone shipped it to you.
Nah.
Because a lot of people do that because it's like cheaper to.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Because it is right down the street, huh?
Yeah.
Like it's a local. Yeah, I never even thought about that. To be honest, when I went there, I wasn't expecting the work that I got back. Like when I put my designs in, and I was like, I want them this size or that size on this shirt, and all the work that they did for me came out perfect. Like everything came out great.
No, it sounds like they do really good work, and also looks like they do really good work.
It's not bad.
Can you show some of the designs that they have made for you?
Hell yeah. So this one, as I was saying, this is the one that I wrote on the bag for one of the first orders we ever got. It would be this Puddles tag hat. Same hat he's wearing right here. That's my writing. We just do the California license little thing under there. Just, figured we'd add a little California touch to it.
No, that's perfect. Are you do you still actively like tag or put your stuff out there?
I don't. Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I don't. But hey, you might see some Puddles Club stickers in the Mission, downtown, and maybe around West Portal. I don't know. But I don't tag though. But you might see a lot of stickers out. I used to. Oh shit. Sorry about that. I used to tag. Yeah.
Tagger back in there. Yeah, I'm not trying to out you on a.
Nah, he's got some experience in the game too. Shout out Dosa Films.
No, it's cool because I meet a lot of like someone I know, tagging, but it's like the tight knit community of that scene is really cool too, and it's like the underground scenes of San Francisco that people don't really like talk about or really know unless you're a part of it. Right, I'm starting to learn those, and it's like really fucking interesting. What is the other hat that you have right there?
So this hat, right on for asking. This is the Rose Wave logo. So this logo is the original Puddles Club logo. It's the first logo, first graphic, I guess, we ever had. So we also have the stickers. If you see some of these stickers out, it's us. Feel free to tag us on Instagram at the Puddles Club. So I took individually all of these roses and this. I took individually. I took pictures on my phone of all of those roses. And the wave you see behind the peace sign, I took a picture of that as well when I was like knee deep in the ocean trying to take pictures of waves because I'm weird. I don't know. but it all came together and we came up with the rose wave, which is our representation of peace, wave, and sauce. It's kind of all it is.
And you're doing it like it's like something that's like
Yeah.
you did it. You went out there. You didn't get no stock image from Google. Like you went out there and you did it for
Straight up.
yourself. And that's pretty. Like when you told me the story on how you did everything, it's pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, right on. Thank you, bro. What you're doing is sick. Interviewing people, interviewing local artists. That's the sickest thing you can do, man.
Try.
Yeah.
Try to get out there more.
That's awesome, bro.
Some of the other shirts that you have?
Yeah. So this is also the tag. When I talked about the tag ad, we also have these tag stickers. They will be in every order that you order at Puddles Club. We'll throw these in there. And we'll also throw the Virgen as well. This was inspired by my mama's kitchen. She had a painting, wood carving from Mexico of the Virgen with some roses in the back. We kind of, played it off that. Those will also be in every order that you get. This is our More Water long sleeve. It says More Water on the front, and it also has our tag on the back. Same one I wrote on that bag. There it is. This one, my man. There's
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Person.
There's only 12 of these ever made. We might have a little gift for you in a second if that's cool. But yeah, this is the Calavera tee. Shout out Yasmin for designing the tee and for putting the waves in the eyes.
Yeah, look at the detail real quick. The puddles right there on the grill.
That's right.
The waves in the eyes. It's real nice.
Right. And man, in honor of like Aaron coming out today and Aaron doing his thing, we're gonna have to give him a little something. So hey, yeah, this is for you, bro.
Oh, thank you, man.
That's
Fuck with this hard.
one of the Calavera
That's it.
tees. In the large, you're large, right?
I'm a large, yes.
Yeah, and you got a couple stickers in there, so
So
yeah.
when someone
Shout out
orders-
Escape from San Francisco, man.
This is how you package and
Yeah,
pretty much
yeah.
get it set up.
It would be sealed. There would be 2 stickers in there. You get a shirt, and you also get a business card, which is attached to the shirt. But you'll figure that out once you open it up. Yep. And that's fair, man. Shout out Escape from San Francisco.
you. I
Please
appreciate
support my boy. Oh, of course.
Thank
of
you,
course.
man. I appreciate
Absolutely,
it.
bro.
No, I see what you're doing out here and like like the drive that you have and to what your brand represents and getting to talk to you over this podcast, but also the past couple hours just being around you and stuff, just hearing the story of what you went through and then putting it into your art.
Right.
And people don't realize like when you're buying something, it's more than just what you're buying. You got to understand where it's coming from.
Exactly.
And I think we
man.
lose that, especially with fast fashion.
Oh,
That
yeah.
all gets lost. It's just like a regurgitation of whatever the trend or style is at the moment,
Right.
and it's kind of just like all, just BS shit.
Yeah, 100%. And that's when you can fall into the category of being corny or fall into the category of being like washed, I guess, But with you, man, like with the representation we got from you and what we're trying to do, I feel like we can help each other out.
Yeah, that's just that's one thing I love out here is just
Yeah,
put each other on or whatever you got.
straight
So
up.
That's whatever you can help with. It's the best. What is
Facts.
that design?
This one, man, this one's a real important one. So, I've had my battles with pill addiction. I've had my battles in recovery, and some have been successful and some haven't. But the most important thing for me is not to self-destruct, not to destruct myself. So this is an ode to that. It says self-destruct, don't self-destruct.
What's right there in the middle?
So that would be somebody handing a pill to you, and that's a Xanax bar. And yeah. So I mean, you could do what you do, you know, pop pills, do whatever you want. Just the main thing is don't self destruct. I used to sell Xanax. Hopefully, not incriminating myself with that, but I think this is a play on like I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm kind of just trying to not self destruct. I'm trying to improve my life with putting my experiences on a T-shirt.
That's I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the hardest shirts I've seen.
You
Especially
like
with the right when I saw it, I was
It's
like,
kinda tight,
I knew
huh?
that was a Xanax.
Yeah, we got a lot of these, so I got a lot to give out. So just look out. If I rock with you, you might get one before you leave. This is the most inventory we have would be this shirts.
And where can people find? How do they buy your clothing?
I would say go to the puddlesclub.com. Everything is for purchase there. We got our Instagram link there. I got my Twitter link there. Everything you order should be shipped out within a few days. It's kind of how we work. You know, I come from the service industry, so I kind of pride myself on customer service. So if you run into any problems, you're more than welcome to email us or talk to us. But we kind of pride ourselves in paying attention to detail and getting our products out as soon as possible. If somebody orders today, we'll try to ship it out by the end of the day. Somebody orders tomorrow, we'll try to ship it out by tomorrow.
Yeah. So it sounds like someone that's been around customer service for a long
Oh,
time.
yeah.
So you know what you're doing. I
Sure,
think
sure.
that's like lacks in some people's brands is having genuine customer service ability to be able to not only market yourself, promote yourself, but able to handle situations that might not always be the best,
Right.
and how to deal with customers in a way where you can help guide them to whatever it might be, because not everyone is going to necessarily want to buy your product, but if you put them in the right direction, they might actually take a chance and then do buying it. It depends on how you talk and market yourself. If you're that person that's shy and doesn't want to talk to no one, no one's really ever going to go up to you. No one's ever going to come to you to get your stuff.
Right, right.
So you have to be able to put yourself in uncomfortable positions sometimes
For sure.
and talk to others. And so that's the key, is like breaking out of that shell and learning how to do that. Because if you weren't that type of person, you wouldn't be able to sell your stuff. But
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
outgoing, outspoken, and showing and talking about the reasons behind your designs and your brands and stuff like that really shows what kind of direction you're trying to go into.
For sure. And I appreciate the recognition, man. Because, for a long time, I was doing this just kind of in my head, I would never expect anybody to recognize it and be like, hey, man, you're doing something cool. And, sometimes I'm kind of hard on myself, but I feel like what we got going here as a brand could really expand. And then what you got going as a podcast could be, huge, man.
Yeah, you take it as far as you want to take it.
That's
Take it
right.
as fast or slow as you want to go, but
Straight up.
keep going to the direction you're trying to do,
Yeah, and shout out Dosa Films too. He makes a lot of the promo videos. You'll see them on the website at thepuddlesclub.com. You scroll down, you'll see a lot of the videos. He made them. He makes them. He does everything with them. He'll throw the drone up in the sky. That's all him.
How do people get in contact with you?
Yes,
your
on
services?
Instagram at dosa.films. That's DOSA.films. And dosafilms.com. Check me out.
And what type of services do you offer?
I mostly music videos, promotional videos, advertisement, commercial, and real estate. If you're trying to sell your house or anything like that.
Ooh,
That
you
bag.
Sure.
wedding soon too?
Wedding
Let's
soon,
go.
actually. Wedding's very soon.
Let's go.
I got a lot of friends up in Tahoe, and Tahoe is a big place for weddings and stuff. So definitely wedding soon. Yes.
That's it, man. You got to build yourself a team.
That's
You're a
right.
one-man
Yeah.
team.
No, that's the most important thing when you're trying to do something and push art, man. Is have a good team around you. Make sure you don't have any. I hate to say it, you don't have any fake people around you. Just make sure you got genuine, solid individuals that are gonna push you forward. All that other stuff, just try to push forward. That's what I'm trying to say.
I appreciate you guys being on the podcast today. It was pretty fun. I know we had some technical difficulties around this
All
thing, but
good.
It's all up.
it's fun. I haven't done a podcast in a really long time, and I forgot like how much I really enjoy doing this, and so
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
appreciate it. I do appreciate your guys' patience with me and stuff like that. So
Hey, we're really grateful to be here, man. Really grateful that
Yeah, a lot of fun,
you
man.
reached out and that we're doing this. So thank you,
Hey,
bro.
thank you for the shirt. I appreciate that.
Oh, hell
truly.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And the Puddle Club, Dose of Film.
That's right. Escape from San Francisco,
And
man.
Shout out to Escape
Follow
from
them.
San Francisco. Tell
Shout
this
out.
guy to get more in
Hey.
front of the camera.
All right, let's go.
Eventually.
We doing
He
good.
said eventually.
Eventually I'll get there.
That's
Hell yeah.
lit.
All right. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.